I never thought it would happen to me. Life felt normal, my marriage felt intact. Then, in an instant, everything changed. I walked into a room, and the truth was staring me right in the face. Her name is Monica. We had been married for 7 years. On paper, we were the perfect couple. Stable jobs, a nice house in a quiet neighborhood, a small but happy circle of friends. But like so many marriages, that perfection was just a mask. The late nights she claimed were for work, the sudden secrecy with her phone, the way she'd get defensive over simple questions. It was all adding up. I wanted to trust her. I needed to trust her. But a voice inside me kept whispering that something was wrong. It all came to a head one Friday evening. I came home early from work, expecting the house to be empty. I hung up my coat and walked toward the living room. And that's when I saw him. Standing there, in my house, smiling with a familiarity that made my stomach churn. It was the man I'd suspected for months, and Monica. She wasn't just talking to him. She was embracing him, laughing at something he said, leaning in closer than any friend ever should. The man looked at me, a smug smirk on his face. "She's mine," he said, as if he'd already won. Monica turned to me, her face a mess of panic, ready to start justifying herself, but I didn't do what they expected. I didn't yell, I didn't storm out, I didn't even cry. I smiled. A calm, measured smile. The kind of smile that says, I see you, I see your games, and I'm the one in control now. "Hello," I said, my voice steady, almost conversational. "I guess we're all here now." Monica's face went white. She tried to step back, as if she could just erase the moment. The man froze. His smugness disappeared, replaced by a flicker of panic. He was expecting a fight, tears, maybe even begging. He wasn't expecting this. "I think you have the wrong idea," he stammered, trying to regain his composure. "No," I replied softly. "I think I have the right idea. I see exactly what's going on here." Silence. Monica's expression shifted from guilt to pure fear. She had rehearsed her lies for months, but in the face of reality, they were useless. "You've been seeing him behind my back," I said quietly. "For how long?" She tried to speak, but the words wouldn't come. "Long enough," she finally whispered. I nodded slowly, letting her admission sink in. "And you thought I wouldn't notice?" The man tried to step forward, but I just held up a hand. My smile widened slightly, a quiet triumph. "No, thank you. I don't need threats, I just need honesty. And you've given me more than enough." Tears welled up in Monica's eyes. She realized in that moment that her game was over. She had lost all control. I didn't raise my voice, I didn't curse. I just turned and walked to the door. Taking a deep breath, I felt the weight lift. I knew this reaction would leave a mark far deeper than any shouting match ever could. "I'm leaving," I said calmly. "And I suggest you think very carefully about the choices you've made." In the weeks that followed, I filed for separation. Monica pleaded, begged, and tried every trick in the book. But I had already taken back my power. The other man? He vanished, realizing I wasn't someone he could manipulate. I spent the next few months rebuilding my life. I reconnected with friends, poured myself into my career, and rediscovered the confidence I had lost. Monica would leave messages filled with empty apologies and broken promises. I ignored most of them. Sometimes I'd read one just to remind myself of how far I'd come. I never needed revenge. I never needed to humiliate her. I just survived. I thrived. Betrayal is crushing. It makes you question everything. But handling it with composure, clarity, and dignity. That is how you reclaim yourself. That is true strength. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've been through something similar, know that you are not alone and you have the power to heal. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories about resilience and finding your strength.